Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we are going to do a self-portrait, a portrait of ourselves, a drawing of ourselves in Google Drawing. And first thing we're going to need is a photo of ourselves. So to take a photo, you go to the search tool at the bottom of your computer and search for camera. So we're going to type in CAMERA. I just typed CAM and the camera popped up on top. Now, one thing is if you're in a Google Meet or something, the camera won't open up unless you are, if you're using it for something else. So you can see this app right here is using my camera. So I'm going to close that app and go back into camera. And now you see I can take a picture. So you want to make sure you have good enough lighting to where you can really get your face. Click on take a photo, and this photo will be in your camera roll in your pictures on your desktop. So when we go into our Google Drive, we're going to go into our Google Drive. We're going to start a new Google Drawing. So go down to More, Google Drawings, and we're going to name this drawing Selfie, Selfie, and then your name. So I'm just going to put Mr. Neville, but you would put your first name. So selfie and then your first name. The first thing we're going to do is bring in that picture. So you can go to the insert image tab here, or you can go to insert and then image, upload from computer. And we're going to find our pictures tab here. Click on it and our camera roll. We're going to click on that and click open. And then we want to find that picture we took and open it. Now, one thing you're going to want to maybe do is crop out, because we're just going to do the head. So to crop or to change like the dimensions of your photo, we can use this tool right here, crop image. So when I click on that, this little box comes around it, and I can go to these little black bars and drag this over to close the picture to make it a little bit smaller. So when I do that, when I finish doing that, I just click on the background, and now I have a resized photo that cropped out all that background stuff. Now, if I just click this, you can see that distorts my picture. I don't want to do that. If you accidentally do that, you can go to edit and undo, or you can just hold down control and press Z. It does the same thing. Now, to make sure I don't stretch it out, I'm going to pull it from the corner, and I'm going to hold down the shift button as I do it. So this makes sure that it doesn't get stretched out. Now, once you have your picture on your page here, we're going to create a second copy of this picture to put over here on the side that we're going to work from. So you can go to edit copy and then edit paste. You can also use the quick keys, Control C and Control V, if that is an easier way for you. And it puts a copy right on top. So I'm going to move this over. And now I can start drawing my picture. Now, for the purpose of this, I'm not going to use this photo of me. I'm going to go ahead and use an old photo of me that I'm going to put in here very quickly. So I'm going to upload this picture here. This is from me when I was younger. That it has a little bit less details than the picture now. I'm pretty sure nobody in the class has a beard or things like that. If you have glasses, you could take the glasses off for the self-portrait if you like, or if you want to try. Oh, if you want to try to do the glasses, you can. So for this one, I'm just going to use this older photo of me when I was very much younger. And so now when I'm done resizing it and getting the copy, I'll show you where we get started on making our portrait. So I'm going to copy this and paste it over. And now the one that's not on the page is the one we're going to use to draw our different parts on. You're going to use the zoom tool a lot today. So make sure you're familiar with it. I'm going to click on the zoom tool. I'm going to zoom in on this one. And I can move these bars around to find the different parts. So I'm going to trace first the outline of the head. So I'm going to use my polyline tool, and I'm going to click the points and move it along here. So once I finish this, I'm going to send it to the back. So you get that little part of that ear in. And you can go off the side and use this. It won't make it click. So you can see I can go over here, pull this up so I can get around it. And I don't have to go up into the hair very much because this is, of course, just the skin color. So after I finish this, I'm going to find the skin color. And I'm going to show you guys an interesting way that you can do this with values or lightness and darkness. So now I want to see the whole thing. So I'm going to go View, Zoom, and I'm going to fit it. I'm going to change my border color to transparent. And I can make this just a skin tone color like this, or I can go over and click on gradient. If I make a gradient, you can see these are lightness to darkness. So this one here is light to dark red. Okay, this one here, you can do dark on the edges like this, but I'm going to want to make it a little more skin toned. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a gradient. Now, when I click on gradient, I can click custom, and you can see right now it's going radial. That means from the center out, from this light yellow to this dark yellow. Now, this one has a blue thing around it. That means that this is the color right here. I can change this color. So if I want the middle to be a little lighter, I can make it a little lighter. If I want it a little darker, it can be a little darker. If I want the outside to be a little darker, let's see, maybe like this dark orange, I can do that. I can also, and it shows me the preview right here, I can also make it linear, which means in a line. So you can see it's lighter up top and it goes down to darker. I can change the angle on this to where it goes left to right, to where it goes top to bottom, bottom to top, corner to corner. So I can change the angle on the gradient also. Go ahead and keep it radial, and I'm going to I'm going to add a gradient stop. What this does is it adds a spot in the center, and I can make this a little bit more darker or lighter. I can kind of make it fade out a little bit more like this, and I think that's where I'm going to keep it right about there. So once I've got that, I click my select tool and I can move this over top. I just want to line it up best I can on there. And then I'm going to send, eventually I'm going to send this to the back. So I'm going to go arrange, order, send to back. Now that I just did, it's still there. It's just behind the photo. So I'm going to go back to my zoom tool, zoom over here, and now I'm going to do the hair. So same thing, we're going to use the polyline tool to do the hair. You can scroll down as needed. And I'm going kind of quick here. You want to make sure that you really take your time as you're doing this to make it as neat as possible and to think about, you know, um, having the different layers together and that sort of thing. Now on this one, I'm not going to do a gradient so much as I'm going to show you kind of how you can um, change the color if there aren't colors available that you think will work. So as I'm doing this, you guys will kind of see what I mean. So there's the hair. I'm going to make that transparent. Change this, and I wanted a solid color, but this brown right here is a little too red for me, so I'm going to go to custom. And now I can change the color, but I can also change the value of that color. So this can be orange. You can see it right here where it says hex. I can make it darker black, or I can find this nice brown that's kind of in between. So I'm going to use that brown right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and click back on my polyline tool, and I would like to do the eyebrows here. So once I've made that special color, right now it probably won't have it do it, but once I make that special color, I can go back in here in my paint bucket, and down here the custom color is available on the bottom. So I'm gonna make my eyebrows. Now, anytime you make a couple things that are kind of go together, like the eyebrows and the hair, you can click on one with the select tool, hold down the shift key, click on another one, and it'll click on both of them together. So right now I have all three, the eyebrows, the two eyebrows and the hair clicked, and I can go to arrange, and instead of sending them to the back or anything like that, I'm going to group them together. So now if I click group, anytime I move one of them, the other two will also move. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move this over top over here, line it up with the picture over here. And if I need a little more, if I need to go out, I can zoom out. I'm not going to do that for right now. For the eyes and also the mouth, you can also do the polyline tool. So I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom lip first. And you can keep the outline black if you like. I'm just going to put these, I'm going to have the bottom be a little bit darker red. And then the top is just going to be a slightly lighter red. So slightly lighter. Okay, so, and then I can hold down shift, click, and group those together using the arrange group. I'm just going to move those right on top over here. All right, and then the eyeballs, for the eyeballs, same thing. You can probably keep the line black. You can make the line thicker if you want by using the line width tool when you're doing it. So I can make this line width thicker if I want. I don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and make this. So we're doing the whites of the eye first. And any of these parts, if you want to get closer, you can zoom in when you do it and then zoom back out. So in order to do the insides of the eyes, I'm just going to click on my picture here. So I clicked my select tool, I clicked the background, and I'm clicking on my picture. I'm going to send it to the front, right like that. And now my little white eye parts are right behind it. I'm going to go ahead and use my polyline tool and trace the iris of the eye. For now, I'm just going to make it black. Oh, if you accidentally mess up, you can always click delete or backspace. I'll go ahead and zoom in to do this. It's a little bit easier when I'm closer. So I can go around the eye right like that, and I'm going to go ahead and make that black. And if you want to, also when you finish, you can put a little highlight in the eye. I'll probably do that just to kind of have something highlighting, a little white spot to highlight the eye. So if if you do a little white spot, you can just make a little square, or you can use the circle tool if you like to make a circle. I'm just going to put just a little highlight in the eye. This is kind of where artistic license comes in. So now I'm going to click on, I clicked off it, I clicked on the picture, I'm going to arrange, send it to the back, and then the white comes back to the front. So right now I'm going to group all these together. So I'm going to click the white, hold down shift, click the black, click the white, click the white, the black, the white, and then arrange, group them together. And I'm going to go zoom out to fit, move that over. Now the last couple things I need to do before I get rid of my pictures and are left with my um, self-portrait is I'm going to draw the nose, and I'm going to draw some of the details. So I'm going to go from my polyline tool to my scribble tool, and I am going to draw the different parts of the nose. So I'm going to click and drag, and I'm just going to draw the parts of the nose here. So there I have a line. I can make that line thicker by clicking on line weight. I might want it a little bit thicker since it's a drawing of the nose. Do some of the inside of the ear maybe. Maybe the top line on the eye right there. Maybe just some little dimples or little tiny details. Okay, and then once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and view, zoom to fit. And now I can click my select tool, and I'm going to click off of this and drag, click and drag to this whole area that I just drew in. And you can see I've selected everything plus the picture, but I don't want the picture. So I hold down shift and click on the picture, and that now it's just selected the lines that I made. So now I arrange, I group it, and then I move this over to the top here. I try to line it up best I can. If I need to go in there and zoom, I can zoom to kind of get it a little closer to where I need it to be. And once I got it where I'm happy with where it's at, I can click off of it. At any time, if you need to change the shape of something, you can double click on that single thing. So I double clicked on this, it made the box around it, and I can double click on it. I can make that part just bigger or smaller if I like, but I don't think I'm going to. So let's see. So, and you can also do that to make your border weight bigger if you like. So here is the basic uh, of how to do the self-portrait. So now I'm going to just go ahead and click on this picture here. If I get rid of this picture, I should have, there we go, a self-portrait. And if I want to, I can make things like this. I can have the border of this be a color. I can make it thicker. You could also add a background by right-clicking and going to background. I can add a background gradient even if I like. So I could do like this green background. I don't know about that. Let's right-click again, background. Let's make it like an orange background. I like that. And you could add things to your background. You could insert some word art. Neville So I could insert some word art. I could change it up, make it transparent, make it different colors, make it different fonts. Just kind of really play, mess around with it. I'm going to make it bold, and I'm going to rotate it and put it right there like that. Okay, so like I said, you can mess with it a little bit. Just try to at least get the picture of the person. So that's it. Uh, Make sure when you are finished that you click File, make a download. Download it as a JPEG or a PNG. Uh, when you download it, it goes down here. And when you go to upload it from Schoology into the Schoology assignment, remember it will be in your downloads. There's mine right there, Selfie Mr. Neville. If I open it up, there it is. All right. Make sure you guys try to upload that as soon as you can, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.